There were some concerning scenes for Tottenham Hotspur fans towards the end of their pre-season friendly with Newcastle United out in Seoul, South Korea, involving their playmaker James Maddison, who'd only come onto the pitch as a sub when later on in the 83rd minute he went in for a challenge with Anthony Elanga and went down and had to be taken off on a stretcher with what looked a pretty serious injury. It's not even clear if he even made contact with Elanga in this particular challenge, but he knew something was instantly wrong because he put his head on his hands, started waving to the bench for treatment, and then crumpled in a heap. He was then assessed by the medical staff, then carried off on a stretcher, and among those looking very concerned off the pitch was Thomas Frank, but also Son Heung-min, who this game was supposed to be all about Son, potentially and quite likely to be his last game for Spurs after he announced he planned to leave the club after 10 years this summer. It had mainly been about him, but suddenly it was overshadowed, sadly, by what looked to be a serious-looking injury to Maddison. Fingers crossed from his perspective, it's not as bad as it looked. But Tottenham were already looking at signing a new number 10. We all know about the pursuit of Morgan Gibbs-White, which ended up not happening. They thought they'd triggered a £60 million release clause for Gibbs-White, prompting a furious reaction from Nottingham Forest, who eventually convinced Gibbs-White to sign a new contract. So that one won't be happening. But if they were already thinking of signing a new playmaker, if the injury for Maddison is as bad as it looked, then that will probably only accelerate those plans further. But the first priority, fingers crossed, is that it's not as bad as it looked from Maddison's perspective. He's definitely someone in this likely to be 4-2-3-1 formation under new manager Thomas Frank, who likes to play a number 10. He's likely to have a big role to play, so he will have been counting on Maddison this season. Fingers crossed it's just one of those big scares in pre-season rather than something really serious, but we wait to find out.